Next, I want to talk about what I call mismanagement of the resources. There is a great variety of resources we could look at: human, financial, energy, just to name a few. When things are as they should be, all the resources are put to work effectively towards existing goals. Maybe expansion of civilization, maybe necessary reforms, possibly building of infrastructure. But then comes the time when well-oiled and maintained machine of civilization starts faltering, misses the beats, cogs fall out of it, and gears break. The elite, class that is supposed to maintain it, isn't willing to invest in it anymore. It is too busy with attempts to privatize profits and nationalize losses. People are no longer willing to tighten up the belts, as they've been too relaxed by the good times and disillusioned by the elites taking advantage. And the Titanic, that used to be the civilizational juggernaut, starts falling apart even before it has a chance to hit the iceberg. We can compare the responses to crisis before and now. During the Great Depression, almost everybody had to trim down. Wealthy became poorer. Poor people ended up working for food on magnificent infrastructural projects that created foundation for American future rise to power. And what do we have now? With every new crisis, we hear about new billionaires. Those who want and can take advantage of common misfortune do. While middle class shrinks, poor folks slips into desperation. Number of homeless people beats all-time highs. Sad sight to behold. I would also compare it to late Rome. When Goths sacked it in early 5th century, legend has it, they looted it for a week and still couldn't strip all of its wealth away. Enough was left behind for other barbaric hordes afterwards. Yet, even so, they got so much gold that when Alaric, the chief of Gothic rapages, died a few months later, he received an extravagant burial. According to that legend, Alaric's grateful followers made him a coffin of gold, sarcophagus of silver, enclosed in dugout with walls of wood, generously filling every gap with precious stones and coin. There was so much gold on hands that it dropped in value to this lot. Yet, despite the great treasures kept within, huge city of Rome couldn't find enough gold to recruit and train a dozen extra legions, nor did it have enough spirit left in general population. One can only imagine thoughts in the heads of greedy patricians as the barbarians were leaving with everything they held on to so tight, unwilling to share with those who could have protected them and at least part of their possessions. Truly, greedy pays twice. If you ask me, it is similar to what we can observe now around us. Economic mismanagement is in full swing. Government agencies grown too big and ineffective, costing far more than they deserve. Merchants are colluding with ruling class through complex corruption schemes and take full advantage of the faulty system. Aggressive new citizens from distant lands take over and manipulate economy to their advantage every way they can. While general population cares less and less about the grand scheme of things and concentrates on survival on day-to-day basis. What about human resources nowadays? I can clearly see wasteful practices here too. I asked some kids about their dream job. Most frequent answers are online influencer, professional gamer, world traveler, and other useless garbage. In my generation, kids wished to be astronauts, mechanics, police, or army officers, etc. Of course, despite dreams, few are ever able to reach the outcome they desire. But when aim was set high, they ended up further ahead. Youth with that kind of drone mentality, when they fail to realize their money-for-nothing dream, become passive and demotivated. I saw a lot of young people aged 18 plus who can never be on time, wouldn't put in any more effort than the bare minimum to keep the job, who seemed to be unable to stay employed in one place for more than a few months, etc. The problem is multifaceted and closely linked to assault on the core we talked about and unbridled individualism we will get to. To top it off, can anyone old enough remember education, say, 30 years ago, notice a dramatic drop in quality of it now? I am almost convinced that it's done on purpose. Undereducated people are much more easy to rule over. Yet, if we translate it into damage done to the quality of population and damage done to our society, all of the above raise alarm. It is a problem, and it is big. Energy is rarely looked at as a resource, yet for technology-driven civilization like ours, it is more than important. Naturally, business incorporates every expense into final price of product it sells to us. For example, electricity in my country of residence costs 25 to 30 cents per kilowatt hour, residential prices. While in Russia or China, it costs as little as half a cent. Translated into amount of energy consumed by a factory in a year, and tell me how can Western factory compete with discount given by energy price alone? It can't. The dramatic differences come from such factors as simple corporate greed and emphasis on the so-called green energy, which is neither that green nor cheap. It has to be heavily subsidized by every resident and business, and impact of it on overall economy cannot be underestimated. Feel free to expand this thought on everything that can be considered a resource. Picture is same across the board. To be continued.